Hey, this is Albert Orange with the testing portion of the Bell the Before podcast, and what an exciting start to this testing portion of the podcast. Why is that? Well, it's because I'm currently watching the Kansas City Denver Broncos game on Saturday. Alright, Saturday. NFL football on Saturday. Is this the playoffs? I haven't been following football recently. But Kansas City and the Broncos. That's the first quarter. I gotta find out if this is the playoffs or not. Alright, sorry. I'm not well versed in anything. Oh, is this still week 18? No way. Oh, it is. Oh, right, because the Seahawks are playing the Cardinals tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't been following the Seahawks either. But what an exciting start to the podcast. I'm gonna be watching some football. Gonna be watching a little bit of action here. All right. Look at that pass. Kansas City only reached 1 yard. Anyways, I think that just about does it for the testing portion. All right. So, we'll be having some fun here on the podcast, and I'll be having some fun looking at this game. All right. So, there you go. Let's start the show. Hey, this is Albert Orange, and welcome to the Bell the Before podcast with yours truly, Albert Orange. It's a working title. All right. I'm still workshopping a new title for this podcast. And before I welcome you to the season premiere, all right, season 2 of the Bell the Before podcast, again, working title, I just want to remind everyone, and by everyone, I mean myself and you, the listener, that I'm not making this podcast to make people smile or laugh or even just have something to listen to. All right? I'm making this podcast so that I will gain enough supporters of mine to help me conquer the world, all right? Overthrow some governments. Yes, governments, plural. All right, probably not the United States. We'll go for something small first, like Kiribati. Right? Tuvalu. Maybe the Federated States of Micronesia. Right? Something in Oceania. All those island nations. We'll take over those. They'll all be under my name. Alright? And maybe from there we'll grab Madagascar. We'll advance through Ethiopia, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right. I know that kind of sounded like I want to target Africa first, which, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea, right? Right? Um, did I just announce my plans for an invasion of Africa? I think I did. Um, that's okay. Nobody cares about Africa anyways. I care. You know. Here's what I'll do. If I take over Africa, I'll just start uh, placing a bunch of reforms, all right? As to what those reforms are, I have no idea. But I'll help create jobs. I'll make some factories. All right, automobile factories. We'll make our own cars, and we'll improve the infrastructure. Okay, get rid of the wildlife. We don't need them. We don't do anything. That way we have a bunch of land, and then I can be labeled uh a fucking monster. All right. So you hear that airplane? We'll take over the airplane industries too. All right. I'll make my own airplane airline is what I meant to say. Make my own airline like Howard Hughes. And then a few years later I'll be pissing into jars while watching movies. Which will sort of be a fitting end. And a missed pass from Pat Mahomes. Oh man. Hey, some lucky football fans caught it though. It's the first quarter of the Denver Broncos Kansas City Chiefs game. And so far not much has happened. But Kansas City is advancing. They're at the 30-yard line, all right? That was a pretty deep pass that they just made. They're going for another one. Oh, right at the 9. Oh man. Third down. I'm not going to commentate throughout the entire game, if that's what you're wondering. Hey, some football news here. Oh, by the way, I need to introduce you guys to the second season of the Bell the Before podcast. All right. So yeah, we'll take over Africa, the oceanic islands, and then from there, we'll just expand. All right. So that's my those are my official plans. All right. Please don't ever let me do that. If I do gain enough listeners and supporters. Anyways, but I won't stop until you all call me dictator. All right. Maybe not dictator. Probably something like Grand Admiral of the Seas, continents. I don't know. I'm still going to be workshopping my dictator name. So, yeah. Part of... I realized, I think if I do eventually become a dictator, maybe I'll earn enough respect from Kim Jong-un so that we can finally grab a slice of pizza. Wouldn't that be great? Anyways. And then we can achieve world peace. We can achieve that. If you just let me do whatever I want to your country. Okay? So, with that out of the way, welcome to the 26th episode of the Bell the Before podcast, and also the season 2 premiering episode of the Bell the Before podcast again for the last time. Working title. Season 2. Alright? 2022. All right. Last season, the first 25 episodes, that was season 1. Okay? That took place during the year 2021. All right? Now this is season 2 taking place in 2022, and season 3 will be 2023 and so forth until I die. All right? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing seasons. All right? Now note the Chiefs just scored a touchdown. Oh, good job. All right, Chiefs. Travis Kelce. Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, good for them. Good for them. Yeah, the Chiefs have made a bit of a comeback. That's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, I'll be doing seasons because that sounds cool. So, you know, I mean, there's really no need for seasons, but you know, it's my podcast, all right. So that's what I want to do, and that's what I'll do. If that's what I want, I'll do that because that's what I want. All right, let's just ignore that I said all that. All right, just ignore that last part. I wasn't really thinking. I actually recorded this episode yesterday. I tried to record this episode yesterday, and I managed to get like 30 minutes in. But there's a huge but. I had Rio in the garage with me, and he kept whining because he wanted to be outside. Now, I could just open the door. I could just leave the door open, and so he can just go outside whenever he so pleases, right? But here's the thing. It's way too cold outside. So if I leave the door open, then the inside of the garage will be open. And then also, we got the noisy road beside my house, and that's gonna get in the background. It's already in the background. You could hear that? That was a car right there. So you can already hear the cars with the door closed. So imagine if it's open. You just can't have that. All right, and so I leave my door closed, and my dog is in here, and he's getting a little desperate to go outside. He's whining. And long story short, I kept getting him outside, and then I try to this is gonna sound so horrible. I try to block the door from the inside so that he wouldn't get in, but then I felt so bad that I couldn't just leave him outside in the cold, and so I eventually just had to say, you know what, I'm just gonna record the podcast tomorrow, and I'm gonna leave Rio. Oh my God! Look at that. That Kansas City kicker just slipped. What the hell? He literally just slipped. What happened there? How cold is it in Denver? I mean, Jesus, man. I'll be talking about the weather in a few minutes. But anyways, yeah, I just decided to leave Rio and where we keep him in his little doghouse area. So yeah, he's currently out there And don't worry, he's fine, The cold doesn't seem to bother him. 'Cause he'd much rather be outside anyways. He's got food, he's got water. He's fine, all right? But yeah, I didn't want to keep getting distracted by him and his whining, his bitching, right? If he were a female, he'd that joke would probably be better, but oh well, sometimes you land one, sometimes you don't. Yeah. So, unfortunately, yesterday I got 30 minutes into an episode, and then I realized, it's just too many distractions with Rio and whatnot, and him wanting to get out. And then I lose my train of thought sometimes, and it's just not ideal to have that while trying to record a podcast. So, who knows? Who knows if I'll let Rio in for another episode? Maybe when it gets warmer. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. All right. Anyways, I really hope no one thinks that I'm a bad dog owner, right? We keep him in this little doghouse area, and he's quite happy there. And I let him out every night, So, I don't think he's too upset about any of that. So, anyways. We keep him inside the garage, actually. We've been doing that lately because, the temperatures here have been dropping real low. And today's a little bit warmer, but we'd much rather keep him in the garage, just to be safe. So, and, we set him up with his own, dog mattress, and I even gave him my own bathrobe that I think I wore for one of these podcasts. So he's warmer in here when he sleeps during the night than outside. But anyways, that's what's been going on. All right. Yeah, you staying safe out there, everyone? I know a lot of people in the Northeast and the South have been getting hit hard with the weather. Me too. All right. My area has been it goes crazy sometimes when it's the winter time. And this year, it wasn't as crazy as... It wasn't the craziest snow weather time, but it was still considerable, right? I've driven my dad's truck a few times to the gym when it was snowing and the roads were icy, and it's got 4-wheel drive, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So it wasn't that big of a hassle to drive in the snow. But still, you got to be careful. I've actually driven thinking that the roads weren't that icy, and they weren't. But this one time, I think it might have been yesterday actually, the roads weren't icy where I live, But when I got close to where the gym was, then the roads started getting a little, iffy, right? And I was making this turn. I was going up a slope, like not too steep a slope, but it was still a slope, right? And I was trying to go up it after making a turn, and I just couldn't go up. And the truck started fishtailing, and I didn't think I would need four-wheel drive because, again, the roads weren't icy where I lived. But I mean that just had to change once I started getting closer to where the gym was. And thankfully no one was behind me. Like I fishtailed like twice. And then I realized, you know what, I have to pull over. And I have to fucking do the right thing here and switch to four-wheel drive, high setting, right? That's what you want. For snow, slick roads. And yeah, that's what I did. And so yeah, just staying safe out there. Actually, right after that, there was this story. I've told this story already on when I was trying to record the podcast last night. But obviously, I'm not going to use that footage. So I might as well just tell it again here. Because I think it was kind of funny, even though it pissed me off, right? So I fishtailed, put on four-wheel drive, and I kept going. Everything was fine after that. I always have to make a left turn to get to the gym. With the route that I take, I always have to make a left turn. And so I put all my blinker on as I'm getting close to the entrance for the parking lot. Turn on my left blinker, and right as I'm getting ready to turn into the middle lane, this fucking jackass in front of me, going the opposite direction, he just swoops in without turning his blinker on to the middle lane. And he's trying to go left, my right, into the fucking McDonald's parking lot on my right, I'm going to the gym, and I'm trying to get these gains. I'm trying to get big out here. I'm trying to get strong. And this fucker looked me in the eyes and he started laughing. He started laughing because he probably knew I was going to the gym. I don't know. For all he knew, I was probably going to the fucking homeware store, next to the gym. But he just knew, I'm going to beat you to my McDonald's before you get to wherever you're going. There's nothing you could do about it. This motherfucker swoops into the middle lane. He sees me turn my blinker on. He swoops into the middle fucking lane. And already I'm just like, you motherfucker. Like, I'm saying, you motherfucker, you fucking asshole, fucking. And this dude, he sees me, and he just starts laughing. I mean, I can see the fucking whites of his teeth. This fucker starts laughing and smiling, and because he knew he was gonna beat me to his McDonald's. And what a fucking jackass. What a fucking jackass to just do that kind of move. I mean, fucking asshole, you know? And I was pretty pissed when that happened. I was like, you motherfucker. Now I have to keep going. I can't go to the middle lane because then I'd be waiting on his jackass. So I had to go to the other side of the fucking parking lot, which wasn't that far away. I had to reach that side, and then I could swoop into the middle lane and turn into there, right? So, but still, man, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. What a fucking asshole. I got pretty pissed about that, but I'm getting over it. It's kind of funny to me anyways. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And after that, I got to the gym, and I had a good back day, good bicep workout. I'm still having trouble feeling my lats, but I'm getting there, You just got to keep your shoulders down. You got to keep your lats packed when you're doing a seated row, right? Lat pullovers, they're okay. I can feel my lats when I do those. The seated row, it's the one that I kind of have trouble with. Same with the lat pull down. Listen to me just talking about random exercises. But yeah, I'm getting there. I just want to have a wide back, want to have a wide, those wings, right? Anyways, I set myself 3 goals for this year. I set myself the goal to bench press and squat 100 pounds each. 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps by the end of March. Now, I think I could do it with the squat. 100 pounds, 3 sets of 10. I think that's pretty achievable. I can currently squat 70 pounds, right? I haven't gone to 80 just yet. But I mean, the other week I was messing with my gym bros, with a couple of gym bros of mine, and I actually benched or squatted 90 pounds for like 5 reps. Which I didn't think I could do that, but I still did it. 90 pounds, 5 reps. That was a little stunting on my part. I felt good after that. So I got 3 months to achieve that goal, right? And as for the bench, I don't know if I could do that. I don't want to go up in weight too quickly, because right now I can currently bench 70 pounds again. Let's see. Today's actually a push day for me. And let's see, the last time I did a push day, last time I did a bench press, I did 3 sets, and I went up in weight each set. So 50 pounds for the first set, 60 pounds for the second, 70 pounds for the third, and all of them I did for 10 reps. So, and I didn't think I could do the 70 pounds for 10 reps, but I did again. So that was actually kind of an accomplishment. I didn't think I could do that. So yeah, today's actually a push day again for me. So I'll be, I don't know if I should shoot for 80 this time. I don't know if I should go 60, 70, 80 pounds. But I think I'll give it a go, I mean, what's the worst that can happen, I don't think I'm at that point where I could, pull a muscle or whatever, Or maybe I am, and I'm just too ignorant to know. Anyways, so yeah, those are my goals. By the end of March, 100 pounds bench and squat, 3 sets of at least 10, if not more, maybe 12. So, and also I've got another goal, which is to do 100 pounds on the lat pull down. Again, 3 sets of at least 10 to 12. 10 to 12. So, yeah. I got a goal to motivate me, And yeah, that feels good actually. I haven't set goals. I'm not one to set goals, I don't ever do that. And I've never done that with weightlifting so far. But I had a calendar. I have a calendar in my room now, which is a new calendar for 2022. And I said, you know what? I got a calendar. Might as well use it for something, So I got a pen and I just wrote down March 31st, bench, squat, 100 pounds. Did the same with the lat pull down for, I actually set that for the end of June, but I think I could probably do it by April or May. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But it feels good. It feels like I'm in a race, against myself. It's me versus me. And I'm gonna beat me, which means that I'll also lose in a way. Or, no, my future self is gonna beat my present self, right? There you go. That's how that works, okay? Anyways, God, 30 minutes in, Jesus Christ. So much gym talk, I didn't mean to go that deep, but I just I like the gym. I might as well talk about it, right? So there you go. And this is all being done at Planet Fitness, all right? So, I get it, People don't like Planet Fitness for whatever reasons. I just like it because it has everything I need, everything I would want, minus the free weight squat racks. They don't have any of those. They just have weight, what are they called? They just have Smith machines. So, but you can still squat in them, so it's fine. Actually, something that I should address. I've been trying to workshop a new name for the podcast, and I can't figure out what I want. I really thought I hit the nail on the head with Before the Bell. I mean, that just sounded like such a nice name for the podcast. But fucking, there were 5 other shows with that name, and I decided, you know what? I think it's better if I just name it something else. So that's why I switched the name from Before the Bell to Bell the Before. So, but obviously I'm not gonna stick around with Bell the Before. I gotta switch it up. So I've been workshopping a few names, and I was spitballing one night. I was just spitballing like any idea that seemed remotely viable. Like I just wrote it down on a piece of paper, and here's what I came up with. I'm not gonna use any of these, by the way. Most likely. But I first came up with like a format name sort of thing. So it was like a blank with Albert Orange. So it could have been like a chat with Albert Orange, a monologue with Albert Orange, a rant with Albert Orange, a podcast, a show, a fun time with Albert Orange, an hour with Albert Orange. And then I have another one here, a sidetrack attack with Albert Orange. I guess, I don't know. What else? I got I hate left turns, abbreviated. I just hit the microphone with my hand. I didn't mean to do that. I hate left turns, abbreviated IHLT. And I do hate left turns, by the way. Even more so when the fucking jackass swoops in to go to fucking McDonald's! Sorry. Gerunding around with Albert Orange, whatever that means. I don't know what my thinking was behind that. We got KPCOFGS, which, if you are an animal biologist or work with animals, you would recognize that as kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. But as a community fan, you might recognize that as Kevin, please come over for gay sex. I love Community, alright? That's my favorite show. And, anyways, it seems a little weird, I know, but just bear with me, okay? You choose to listen to this podcast, alright? I don't force you to listen to this podcast. Okay? So if you're mad that I just said, Kevin, please come over for gay sex, I mean, that's on you, man. That's on you. Okay? So, we got Orange of All Trades. That was another possible name. And we also got Master of Orange. And then I kind of went weird here. First of all, I went with monologuing with Albert Orange. Because I think the thinking behind that was because this whole podcast is essentially one giant monologue, right? So monologuing, that's what I thought of. I don't really like it though. And then here's where it gets kind of weird, alright? I thought I could make a good name for the podcast if I just think of something with a bit of shock value to it. So I came up with More Maggots, Please. Because if you got maggots in your title, whether it's a podcast or a business, People are probably going to remember it, right? More maggots, please. But I didn't go with that because abbreviated, that would be MMP, and MMP would be the abbreviation for Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast. So I didn't want that. I want to differentiate myself from that. And we also got Albert Orange Loves Maggots. All right, sorry. My mom was outside making some noise, and I had to shut her up and send her back to her kitchen, where she belongs. Look at that, the Broncos just scored again. What the hell? What's going on? Oh, snap. Whoa! Who's the quarterback? Who the hell's the number 3 on the Broncos? Who did that? Who the hell was that? Hold on, let me look at the players list for the Broncos. That was pretty cool, actually. I mean, he was just wide open. Locke. Drew Locke. That's his name. That was pretty cool. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, he was just... I mean, there was no one in front of him, so... He probably ran like 15, 20 yards to the touchdown. That was pretty cool. Anyways. Albert Orange Loves Maggots. That was also a possible name. By the way, if anyone got offended by that sexist joke that I just said like a minute earlier, I don't mean that. Are you serious? Come on. Again, just quit listening. All right? God. Go start another podcast where you talk about your own ideas, but if you are going to do that, you have to name it More Maggots, Please. Alright? Go ahead. Why don't you? Why the hell am I already at 45 minutes? Almost 45 minutes. I mean, I feel like I'm just barely getting started here. The Gist with Albert Orange. It's pretty nice and simple. And here we got You Peelin' Me with Albert Orange. Because it's kind of like You Feelin' Me, but feelin' is replaced with peelin'. Get it? Because my name is Albert Orange. I know it's kind of painful to hear. I understand that. And then last but not least, we got Last in Line with Albert Orange. Last in Line, that was actually a front runner way back in the day, like almost like a year and a month ago, when I was considering what I would name the podcast. Before I came up with Before the Bell, Last in Line with Albert Orange was actually going to be the name. That was a front runner, believe it or not. So I don't know. I might still go with Last in Line. Now that the opening is there, could be an option. Then I've also got the Era of Orange Feelings, right? That one I've actually considered very heavily until I met up with my friend Jared from a few podcasts ago, a few episodes ago. Go check out that interview. I think it was episode 21, right? And he's like, oh, so like, what if you name it Era of Orange Peelings? And then I was like, yeah, you ruined it, bro. I mean, no offense, but Jesus Christ, that might have turned me off from that name. Anyways, I mean, the whole reason why I wanted to name it the podcast Era of Orange Feelings in the first place was because that's actually supposed to be like the era of good feelings, right? Which, if you look it up, it was like 5 years, maybe. It was a few years where it's like it was after the War of 1812, and we won, right? And I think James Monroe was president, and everything was fine. The economy was good. Slavery was still an issue, obviously, but everything was pretty content. Everyone seemed pretty content at that time, and that was the era of good feelings. So I decided, hey, why don't we just replace good with orange, right? And I could see myself doing this podcast for a few years, right? And since this podcast is really just about me and what I feel and what I like and what I think, an era of orange feelings, right? That sounds like a pretty good title, right? And then obviously, it didn't occur to me, but obviously people could just say, hey, it's that era of orange peelings show. Ha 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 ha. And so, yeah, I ended up just not going with that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got here for the podcast name. All right, I haven't had any good ideas since this spitball piece of paper thing, right? I said I was workshopping, throughout this entire time. I really wasn't, I was too busy with school and gym and eating. I can't. I've run out of ideas. So, if anyone listening out there has got a few ideas for as to what I should name this podcast, please let me know. All right. I'd really appreciate it. Just any ideas. Literally anything that comes to mind. All right. If you're trying to think of a good name, but then you just randomly think of your grandma, just say, "Hey, it's Josephine's show with Albert Orange," or whatever. I don't know, man. Just write it down and send me a good one. All right. Anyways, I think that just about does it for the show. So, yeah, I don't really have much to talk about after this. I guess the only interesting thing was yesterday was that I bought a cereal box, which was French Toast Crunch, right? From the makers of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We got Français Das Crunch, right? Got some French toast crunch, and it tastes nothing like cinnamon toast crunch. If that's what you're wondering, but it still tastes pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think it might taste better than cinnamon toast crunch. I think it just might be better than cinnamon toast crunch. Period. I mean, first of all, the it's not like other cereals where, if you got, like, take Frosted Flakes for example, right? I mean, you got a nice flake, but the flake, here's the thing, the flake can break. So, you might start off the bag of Frosted Flakes, or a box of Frosted Flakes, with good, nice, big flakes, but once you get to the bottom of the box of Frosted Flakes, then you got all these crumbs. You got these little tiny ass flakes. And the same goes with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, fucking Cheerios, Honey Bunches of Oats. What else? Just anything that breaks, But French Toast Crunch is different, right? Because it's kind of like Trix, Fruit Loops maybe. It's just cereal that doesn't break. It stays intact. They're these nice round things, and you can barely break them, right? It's not easy to break them. You actually, if you want to break them, you gotta chew them, right? So I like cereal that has that quality to them, that sturdiness. I think it's very attractive in a cereal. It turns me on. Cereal doesn't turn me on, if that's what you're wondering. That would be pretty creepy. But yeah, I like French Toast Crunch for that reason. And it just tastes nice. It doesn't feel that I'm, with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like, I always feel like I'm just just eating bread and sugar, And don't get me wrong, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but after a while, it just feels like it feels like I'm just eating candy instead of cereal. With French Toast Crunch, it just feels like, hey, you got these little things of grain, right? And they look really nice. It looks like actual French toast that's been shrunk down. And they're just really nice things, things of cereal. It's just a really nice cereal, And so I'm not sponsored by General Mills, but I think if you've been eyeing French Toast Crunch for a while, and you can't decide if it's a good cereal or not from the packaging, let me tell you, I think it'll exceed your expectations, right? So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be the podcast. All right. I hope it was to your satisfaction. All right. Now let me pull up my language list here, because I always forget to pull it up, and I think it got deleted. Did it get deleted? It got deleted. Why the hell does it do that, man? That's so stupid. Hold on. Let me fucking... you fucking asshole! I had a really good list too. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me bookmark this fucking thing so it doesn't fucking delete itself for whatever fucking reason. Alright. Here we go. Added to favorite pages. Alright. We did Bosnian the last episode, so this time we go Cantonese. Alright? So, let me do the outro here, alright? Thank you for listening. And as the Cantonese say, Joygin. Joygin. J-O-Y. Jin. Joygin. Joygin.